Welcome to Study Loop.
When finding an inverse by hand, the original matrix is written in augmented form. The goal is to get the left side to be the identity matrix, and the inverse would then be on the right. About halfway through this process of finding the reduced row echelon form, this matrix is achieved where the leading coefficient of each row is either a 0 or a 1. We want to follow the specific rules and then see where we're at. And so if we take row 2 and subtract row 1, and put this in row 2, that would mean after the first one that row 1 and 3 will remain unchanged. And our new row 2 again will be row 2 minus row 1. So take row 2 and subtract row 1, put the result in row 2. So 1 minus 1 is 0, 0 minus negative 1 is 1, negative 1 minus 0 is negative 1, 0 minus 1 is negative 1, 1 minus 0 is 1, and 0 minus 0 is 0. Now we'll take this and apply the next one where we get row 3 is row 3 minus 6 times row 1. So rows 1 and 2 remain unchanged. And row 3 again is now going to be row 3 minus 6 times row 1. So that would be 6 minus 6 or 0, negative 2 minus, well, it would be negative 2 minus 6 times negative 1, or negative 2 plus 6, which is 4. And then negative 3 minus 0 is negative 3. And then 0 minus negative 6, well, it would be 0 minus 6, which is negative 6. 0 minus 0 is 0, and 1 minus 0 is 1. And then our last step would be to replace row 3 with row 3 minus 4 times row 2, which would mean rows 1 and 2 are unchanged. And now we get row 3 minus 4 times row 2, 0, 0 minus 0 is 0, 4 minus 4 is 0, negative 3 minus 4 times negative 1 would be negative 3 plus 4, or 1. Negative 6 minus 4 times negative 1, or negative 6 plus 4, would be negative 2. And then 0 minus 4, and then 1 minus 0. So you might have to, after these steps, it looks like it might be multiple choice, but we have A, B, C, and then D, E, F, G, H, J, K, M, and N, which you can, I'll leave it to you to identify here.